Aloha, this is Aaron from the Ukulele site. Today what we're going to do is a lesson on Corey Fujimoto's version of Tommy Emmanuel's song, The Mystery. Um, I've got all the parts for this song put together for you, and we're going to break it down real comprehensively into the easiest way I can understand to teach this thing to you guys. I kind of wrestled with doing this song only because, well, the logic I had was if you could play the song, you could probably figure it out. So I do realize that there are a lot of people out there that want to challenge themselves and give themselves like the best shot at trying to do it. And it's always good to shoot for something that might be a little out of the range because who knows how you might get it, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to break it down. We're going to try to make it easy for everybody to play along with it. Whether you can play it at speed or not, that's going to depend on you. My approach to practice is that repetition is the mother of skill. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. I myself have sat and listened to Corey play this about 1 billion times. So if you guys know Corey, you know Corey always plays. He's fantastic and he's so proficient, but he never plays the same thing twice. So I have like about 4 or 5 different versions of each of these pieces, and I'm going to break it down to you and show you how to play the different parts. You can lock and load and mix and match to whichever video that you've been watching to see Corey play, and try to figure out all the parts he's putting into. But I'm going to break it down and make it real easy. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first part of the song, Corey comes in and he does this. And so I was talking to him today about it, and he said that normally it's 8 to 10 times, but there was one occasion or something where he did it 20 times. So it's up to you how many times you want to do it before going in. What it is we're holding down the 2nd fret, the bottom 2 strings with our 1st finger. Now we're going to suggest here that you use your 2nd finger, even though it's an uncomfortable stretch at first, instead of going like this, because we're going to use this finger for a pull-off later. Okay? So for now, we're going to use our 1st finger holding on the bottom 2 strings at the 2nd fret. We're going to use our 2nd finger at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And what we're going to play with this hand is this pattern where we're going to pick 3rd string, 2nd string, 4th string, 1st string. And we're going to repeat this pattern. And every time what we want is, that's going to be our pulse. So we're going to go. Okay, so that's going to be the charge that we're going with. And we're going to start off by doing that, depending on the video you're watching, or if you're listening to Corey's CD, how many times you're going to do that. Okay, what happens is after that, when we do finally get into the part where what's happening there is I'm holding this, okay, and this is where the complex part comes in, guys, so bear with me, okay? I'm going to start with that chord. We're going to open up the same way we did. 3, 2, 4, and we're going to pick one, but when we pick one, our pinky's going to be here on the 7th fret, so okay. So what that was I went 3, 2, 4, 1 with my pinky on the 7th fret. Now I'm picking 3 again, then I'm going to pull off. 3, 2, 4, 1 with the pinky, 2, back to 3, pull off. So we're going to pick that 4th string, 2nd string, and then 3rd string, and then pull off on that 5th fret. Okay, so okay, and then we're going to change our chord shape. So we're holding this the whole time, and okay, so we're going. I'm hitting that string, okay, the 4th string. And now I'm doing like it almost looks like a G7 shape, but we're here. Yeah, it's like we moved that G7 up a fret. So I've got my 1st finger, 2nd fret, of the second string. My third finger is on the third fret of the first string, and third fret of the third string, I've got my middle finger. Okay, so I ended with this. So I hit that. Okay, so I'm pulling that off. And what I'm doing here, this move, you're going to kind of take like that G7 shape. I'm leaning my first finger back to the second string, or second fret of the first string. So it's kind of like doing this move here. And when I do that, I take off this finger, right? I take off my ring finger. So I'm going. Okay, so it's. So what that was we're going to take this shape, right? And I've already picked these two. I've picked the 4 and the 1. And then, so now I'm going back to 3-2. So, okay, so what that was, okay, now I'm going to go back to the 4th. And then when I go to the 1, I'm taking that finger off and I'm putting this finger to hold both strings. Okay, so it's like, okay, so all together. Okay, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to follow that suit. Okay, so what I did there was that part. And now I'm going back to 3-2, 4, okay? And we're going to go here. Okay, to the, we're on the 5th fret of the second string. So pick 3rd string, 2nd string, 4th string, and then the 5th fret. So I'm going, right? But now he goes, so back to that G7 shape, and then to that. Okay, so he goes back to that G7 shape for that one note, and then he goes into the G major 7 shape. Okay, so it's like, so from here we're at the G major 7 shape. So the first time we go through, second time we're going to put our finger down. Okay, so slowed down, that's, so we're going, so I'm pick, pull. Okay, so first, third, pull off, then I hit the 4th string, and then I hit the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and I go back to the 3rd string, and I'm pulling off on the 2nd string from the 5th fret to the 3rd fret. So, okay, and the next part is a hammer-on. I'm going to hold the 1st fret, the 3rd string with my 1st finger, and I'm going to play this where I hammer on to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. So, and Corey does this with like a fan strum kind of, and he plays it twice. Okay, so what we have so far, okay, so when we get to this, I'm going to pull off. Okay. what that is 3rd fret, pull off to 2nd fret, and open. So, and then when I hit that open, I'm gonna go. From there, it's 3, 2, 4, 1, and then I put that finger back on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and I pick that note. So it's like, okay. So, oh yeah, we'll throw this note in too after we do the double strum. We hit the 3rd fret or 3rd string, and then do the pull off, yeah. Okay, so, but it's real subtle the way he does it. So you want to control your dynamic in your picking when you go. And then this next part is a hammer-on. Okay, so we're hammering on from, I'm holding the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with my 2nd finger, and I'm going to hammer on to the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Okay, so. And then we do our pattern again. 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay. And then we're going to slide. Okay. And when I'm sliding, what I'm doing is I'm taking this finger off. Okay, I'm taking my middle finger off. I'm sliding my 1st finger to the 3rd fret. But I'm also sliding my 4th finger, or my 3rd finger, from the 4th to the 5th fret. So it's like, okay, and again I'm strumming that. Yeah? And so in the videos, Corey actually picks some of these parts. Here he'll go. But what I've seen him play actually in the store and stuff, and we're hanging around, he usually goes. And so what that is that's a brush. You know, he's kind of using the meat of his finger to come up and the stem to come down. And what that is he's going from the 3rd and the 2nd back and forth, and he's at the 5th fret with the ring finger. Hammer on with the pinky at the 5th fret, and back to our original chord. And what that is our pattern again. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1. 3, 2, 4, 1. And then we hammer on. And then we do 3, 2, 4, 1 again. So let me play that for you. So it's going to sound like a... Okay? And then we do that part. We repeat that 2nd part, right, where we hammer on. And then I'm going to hold this chord, right? So what I'm doing here is just like a G major 7, but I'm adding my pinky to the 5th fret. So that same picking pattern. Okay, so 3, 2, 4, 1, and then move up the pinky to the 7th fret. 3, 2, 4, 1, back. Okay, so that's the whole intro. That's the whole first part. So you got that. And then we're going to go back to the... double strum thing, Corey actually does that with his finger, like. But I'm not that fast with it, so I cheat. I use the 2-finger method. So I take my thumb and my first finger, and I'll go up, up, down. So, right, so up, up, down. So real slow. And you can use that for turnarounds, you know? So you kind of get that. Just practice it by going. Should sound like a triplet. Okay? But the only difference in that second part is sometimes, and this is not all the time, sometimes Corey does this, where he'll do the that same intro. But instead of doing it that way, he puts a delay on that first note. So it's like, okay, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to cheat that note. So to not stop the thumb, we're going the same thing, right? But now when we get here, we're going to go, right? So it's going to be 3, 4. So, and then do the pull off. So normally it's, right? But because we're holding that note, we're going to add that extra. You hear that? That's, and everything else is exactly the same. So. Okay, so all that part's the same. So that's that whole first section. Take it, break it down real slow. It's going to be real hard at first to get syncopated if you don't use a lot of syncopated rhythms. But the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Practice doesn't make perfect, but it makes you pretty good, and repetition's the mother of skill. So if you just work at it, you're going to get better, okay? Good luck with it. As always, I'm going to invite you guys to take the lesson and send in videos of you guys doing it. I mean, you know, you might just end up on the ukulele site or even on the ukulele review, you know, if Andrew throws something up there. And, you know, just try to enjoy the song and good luck with it. Mahalo nui loa from us over here. See you guys next time with the next part.